Picture this. You throw away a half-eaten sandwich, some wilted lettuce, and yesterday's pasta. Seems harmless, right? But what if I told you that simple act is contributing to a crisis so massive it's literally changing our planet's climate? Welcome to the hidden world of American food waste, a story that will shock you to your core. Every single year, Americans throw away 60 million tons of food. That's 120 billion pounds, enough to fill 3,000 Empire State Buildings. But here's where it gets truly terrifying. We're not just talking about garbage rotting in landfills. We're talking about a climate bomb that's been ticking under our noses this entire time. When that sandwich you tossed hits the landfill, it doesn't just disappear. Buried under tons of waste, deprived of oxygen, it becomes something far more sinister. That innocent bread and lettuce transforms into methane, a greenhouse gas 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide. The EPA's latest research reveals that food waste alone produces 55 million metric tons of methane equivalent annually. That's like running 15 coal-fired power plants 24/7, just from our discarded meals. But the shocking truth goes deeper. Food waste is now the single largest component in American landfills, making up 22% of all municipal solid waste. While we worry about plastic straws and recycling bottles, we're literally burying a climate catastrophe under mountains of rotting food. Recent NASA satellite imagery shows methane plumes rising from landfills across America like invisible geysers of destruction. Here's what will absolutely blow your mind. If global food waste were a country, it would rank as the third largest greenhouse gas emitter on Earth, behind only China and the United States. We're talking about 6% of all human-caused emissions coming from food we never even ate. The irony is devastating. While 35 million Americans, including 10 million children, face food insecurity, we're simultaneously throwing away $218 billion worth of perfectly good food. That's 130 billion meals that could feed every hungry person in America multiple times over. We've created a system where abundance and scarcity exist side by side, separated only by our own waste. Want to know the most shocking part? Over 80% of Americans throw away perfectly good food simply because they misunderstand expiration labels. Best by, sell by, use by. These confusing dates trick millions into discarding safe, edible food every single day. That apple you tossed because it was past its best buy date, probably still perfectly fine to eat. But here's where this story takes a hopeful turn. The Biden administration had set an ambitious goal: cut food waste by 50% by 2030. It sounds impossible, but innovative solutions are emerging everywhere. AI systems now predict exactly how much food restaurants need, reducing waste by up to 40%. Smart sensors monitor freshness throughout the supply chain. Apps connect consumers to discounted food that's approaching expiration. Community fridges are popping up in cities, allowing people to share excess food instead of trashing it. Even more exciting, companies are transforming food waste into valuable resources. Instead of methane-producing landfill material, organic waste is becoming renewable energy, nutrient-rich compost, and even building materials. The circular economy is turning yesterday's trash into tomorrow's treasure. California just passed groundbreaking legislation requiring food date label standardization, a model other states are rushing to copy. Meanwhile, grocery giants like Walmart and Kroger are implementing AI-powered systems that have already prevented millions of pounds of food from reaching landfills. The math is staggering. If we achieve the 2030 goal, we could prevent 113 million metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions annually. That's equivalent to removing 24 million cars from American roads forever. We could save 6 trillion gallons of water, enough to supply New York City for over 30 years, and we could recover 4 billion meals for people who desperately need them. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's a moral imperative. Every time we reduce food waste, we're simultaneously fighting climate change, conserving precious resources and feeding hungry families. It's one of the rare solutions where everyone wins. The power is literally in your hands. Check your fridge before shopping. Learn what expiration dates actually mean. Use apps like Too Good To Go to rescue food from local restaurants. Compost your scraps instead of trashing them. Share excess food with neighbors or food banks. The untold story of American food waste doesn't have to end in catastrophe. We can rewrite this narrative, one meal at a time. The question isn't whether we can solve this crisis, it's whether we will. The clock is ticking, but for once, time is on our side. Every action you take today ripples into a more sustainable tomorrow. The choice is yours. Will you be part of the problem or part of the solution? If this opened your eyes to the shocking reality of food waste, smash that like button and share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe to USA Oddities for more mind-blowing stories that reveal the hidden truths shaping our world. Together, we can turn awareness into action and waste into wonder.